apparently undergoing some kind of terrifying out-of-body experience, maybe chemical torture
Yeah.
happening beneath.
Have you ever really stopped to think about, what consciousness is? That feeling of being you.
Mm-hmm.
What if everything we think we know about it is just incomplete?
Right.
And imagine finding out the truth involves, like, a crazy global chase.
Yeah.
Could that actually shatter how we see everything?
It's a wild thought.
Welcome back to The Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into something pretty exciting. Dan Brown's upcoming Robert Langdon thriller, The Secret of Secrets.
Yes, highly anticipated.
Exactly. And this isn't just a book review. We've pulled together a whole stack of sources.
Yeah.
Early info, interviews, articles on the themes, history stuff.
A lot to work with.
Yeah, and our mission today is to sort of pull out the juiciest bits, the plot points, the big scientific and historical ideas, and figure out why this Langdon story might be really, revolutionary for you.
Definitely. And what's striking from a lot of the early material is how Brown seems to be pushing his usual formula.
How so?
Well, it's not just the usual puzzle hunt, though that's there.
Yeah.
It feels like an invitation to a genuinely deep intellectual challenge. We're talking ancient myths not just as background, but maybe as a key to understanding some cutting-edge science about the mind.
Interesting. Okay, so let's set the stage, the basics.
Sure.
This is book number 6 for Robert Langdon, right? After Origin, back in 2017.
That's the one. Been a while.
And the release date is coming up relatively soon, September 9, 2025.
Just around the corner, yeah.
Genre-wise, it's what we expect. Mystery thriller, blending science, symbols, history, lots of action.
Mm-hmm.
And that blend, it's really captivating for a lot of people, isn't it? That mix of smarts and speed.
Oh, absolutely. That's Brown's signature, really.
Yeah.
He's kind of perfected this structure, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just telling a story. It's like he builds this whole experience where you feel like you're figuring things out right alongside Langdon.
Right, solving the puzzle.
Exactly. And sources like early trade reviews, they praise how he takes these dense, sometimes academic ideas and makes them part of the thrill ride.
Accessible, but still thrilling.
Precisely. So if you love a good story, but you also love, that feeling of learning something, uncovering secrets, this formula is just incredibly effective. It makes reading feel active, like a real journey.
Okay, so how does this particular journey kick off? The inciting incident.
Okay, so Langdon is in Prague.
Prague, nice setting.
Beautiful city. But he's not there initially for some ancient relic. He's there for a lecture.
A lecture. By whom?
Katherine Solomon. Now, she's described as a prominent noetic scientist.
Noetic science. We'll need to unpack that. And didn't we meet her before?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, the name Solomon connects back to the lost symbol, Peter Solomon's sister. And here she's also mentioned as Langdon's recent romantic interest. Adds a personal stake.
Okay, so she's giving this big lecture.
In Vladislav Hall, Prague Castle. Very grand. And she's about to reveal something huge about human consciousness.
And what's the big reveal?
Here's the core idea.
Yeah.
She argues that human consciousness isn't actually confined to the brain.
Whoa. Okay, that's big.
Huge. Think about what that means.
Yeah, I mean, everything.
Pretty much. And this is where the book's main intellectual punch seems to land, according to the analyses we've seen.
So, noetic science. Can you give us the quick version? What is that?
Sure. Basically, it's a field that looks into consciousness, the mind, how thoughts might interact with the physical world.
Yeah.
Often exploring stuff that, mainstream science might consider fringe.
Okay.
So Katherine's theory that consciousness isn't just brain stuff, it directly challenges, centuries of scientific thought that says consciousness is an emergent property of the brain.
Right, the standard model.
Exactly. Her idea isn't just about pushing neuroscience, it questions the whole materialist view of reality. If consciousness is elsewhere, or more fundamental.
Then what are we? What is life? Death?
Precisely. It opens up all these massive questions. Could totally change how we see ourselves in the universe. It's revolutionary, potentially.
Okay, so she drops this bombshell theory. And
Then, right after this super controversial lecture, there's a brutal murder.
oh,
And Katherine vanishes, along with her manuscript detailing all this revolutionary research. Gone. And that's what throws Langdon into this desperate race. Find Katherine, find the manuscript, figure out what's going on.
classic Dan Brown setup. High stakes from the get-go.
That's absolutely.
And the danger ramps up immediately for Langdon, I assume.
Of course. He instantly becomes the target. Some powerful, shadowy organization is after him.
So his trip turns deadly fast.
Right, and he's being chased by this sinister adversary. And here's a cool twist mentioned in the synopsis.
Yeah.
This bad guy, or maybe bad force, is apparently rooted in ancient Prague mythology.
Mythology, not just like corporate espionage or something.
Seems like it's deeper than that. It adds this whole other layer, doesn't it? More mystical.
It really does. What does that even mean, ancient Prague mythology? How does that play in?
Well, that's what's so intriguing, right? It suggests the conflict isn't just about stolen research. It hints at something older, maybe even weirder.
Like what, golems and stuff?
Could be. Prague is famous for the golem legend creating life, consciousness outside the norm. Or think about its alchemical history. Emperor Rudolph II seeking immortality, transformation.
Secrets of life.
Exactly. It seems Brown might be using these old myths and legends not just for atmosphere, but suggesting they hold keys, maybe symbolic ones, to understanding these modern scientific questions about consciousness. Like maybe ancient wisdom and new science are starting to echo each other.
That's a cool angle, blurring science and myth.
Yeah, it seems to be a core part of the setup.
And Langdon's chase takes him beyond Prague.
Oh yeah. The trail leads him through Prague's history, its hidden corners, but then expands. London, New York. It's a global hunt.
Okay.
And all along the way, he's piecing together clues from, cutting-edge science, these ancient myths, symbols hidden in art and architecture.
The full Langdon experience.
Exactly. Yeah, but maybe, as you said, with an even deeper, more existential question at its heart this time.
So it feels familiar, but maybe bigger stakes.
That seems to be the promise. Critics often point out Brown's knack for weaving these threads, history, science, art, religion, into the plot itself.
Right, the symbols aren't just decoration.
No, they carry ideas, they connect things. So for you listening, it's not just a page-turner. It's designed to make you think, make connections, engage with these big concepts while you're caught up in the chase. It's like an intellectual workout disguised as a thriller.
And you mentioned Katherine Solomon. The name is familiar from the lost symbol. Is there a direct connection?
Yes, the sources confirm that. This book explicitly picks up the noetic science themes that were introduced back then.
Ah, okay, so for fans, it's a continuation.
Right, it suggests Brown is building on those ideas, taking them further, not just rehashing, but deepening that exploration.
Which brings us back to Katherine's research. It's not just theory, it's potentially game-changing.
Game-changing is probably an understatement, if her theory holds water. It fundamentally challenges our basic understanding of consciousness, of self.
It asks that question, what if we're just wrong about how our minds work?
Exactly. What if our whole model of reality based on the brain creating consciousness is just incomplete? Or maybe even fundamentally misguided? Philosophers call this the hard problem of consciousness. Why do we have subjective experience?
And Brown's diving right in.
Seems like it.
Head first.
And apparently the book starts intensely. I read something about a prologue.
Oh yeah. The descriptions of the prologue sound intense.
Yeah.
It introduces a character, Dr. Brigitte Gessner, a neuroscientist.
Okay.
And she's apparently undergoing some kind of terrifying out-of-body experience, maybe chemical torture, happening beneath Prague in the snow.
Yikes. That sets a dark tone.
Absolutely. Very unsettling. It signals right away this isn't just going to be abstract discussion. We're likely going into some extreme territory, maybe unethical experiments, pushing boundaries in a scary way.
It grounds the big ideas in something visceral, terrifying.
Right. Makes you question reality from page one. What's real, what's perception, what horrors might be involved in exploring these frontiers of the mind.
So Langdon's quest, it becomes about much more than just saving Katherine, doesn't it?
It seems so. It morphs into uncovering this secret project, something that could fundamentally change how we, all of us, understand the human mind.
Redefine humanity, even.
That seems to be the implication, a total paradigm shift.
Wow.
And if you connect that to the real-world scientific and philosophical debates, imagine if science could prove consciousness isn't just brain chemistry.
The implications would be staggering.
Monumental across everything: science, medicine, religion, philosophy, ethics. Our understanding of life, death, our place in the cosmos, it would force a reevaluation of basically everything we think we know.
And Dan Brown himself seems pretty hyped about this one.
He does. He's quoted calling it his most intricately plotted, most ambitious, and also, he said, his most fun to write.
Ah, interesting choice of word given the themes.
Maybe fun in the sense of the puzzle making, the complexity. His editor also chimed in. praising the twists and saying it feels prescient.
Timely, maybe?
Yeah. Now, obviously, author and editor quotes come with the territory.
Sure, marketing.
But given the themes, it does suggest they feel they have something particularly potent this time.
And for you, listening, maybe wanting to stretch your brain a bit.
Exactly. These comments hint that it's not just entertainment. It's designed to make you think, to challenge you, maybe connect some dots you hadn't considered before. Brown often gets people interested in complex topics they might not otherwise encounter.
A gateway to bigger ideas, maybe?
Could be. Even academic circles sometimes acknowledge his role in popularizing certain historical or scientific debates, for better or worse.
Okay, so summing up our deep dive based on these sources, the secret of secrets. We've got a classic, Langdon Chase Prague, London, New York, high stakes, but it's anchored in this really provocative, maybe revolutionary idea about consciousness, not just in the brain.
Right. Blending that ancient myth, cutting-edge science speculation, symbolism.
It really pushes you to think about the what-ifs, doesn't it? What if science really did uncover something like this?
Absolutely. And that's the hook, I think. Whether you're a die-hard Langdon fan or just someone curious about, the big questions.
The nature of reality.
Yeah. This book looks like it's offering not just a thrill ride, but a serious thought experiment. A chance to grapple with ideas about existence, consciousness, what it means to be human.
Engaging with ancient questions through a modern lens.
Exactly.
So maybe a final thought to leave everyone with, something to chew on.
Okay, how about this? If consciousness isn't just confined to our skulls, if it's something more fundamental, maybe even non-local,
Yeah.
what does that truly imply about life, about death, about our connection to each other, to the universe?
Big questions.
And how might these ancient myths, these old ways of understanding the world, actually converge with cutting-edge science on a truth like that? What would it mean for us if they did?
Grab Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown, now on sale for $28.95. Don't miss this chance to build good habit and achieve remarkable results. Buy now today.
Like and subscribe for more Bookhaven podcasts.